Okay, welcome to the HackMatrix stream. Let's go to the Discord. I can't seem to open menu as it crashes instantly. Driver issue. NVIDIA driver. It probably depends on the video driver. Maybe the resolution's not getting set properly either as well. Bro. People can chat on the Discord and be on stream vocally. That would be cool. I probably want to turn off my microphone though. Let's get a link. Boop. I'm streaming. Also, if you want your voice to be on stream, you can join the voice channel here and I'll stream it probably. Hopefully I restarted it with enough time. Yep. Yep. Okay, so I need to log into my AWS console. Because yesterday I was making, I guess, a plan for how to distribute resources. Hold on, I need to access my phone auth. Okay. Phone auth has been accessed. Ooh, I've got $1. $1 cost. All from my EC2 instance. That's fine though. Okay, so the idea, did OBS crash again? Okay, no, that's good. So the idea is that I am going to create pre-signed URLs, Let me go to the Atlantis Cybernetica project. Here it is. I asked them to write it in C++. And by them, I mean Claude team, Claude neural network, Claude neurons. Server get list objects. So it's setting up an HTTP server. So there's a question. Do I want to use HTTP server or do I just want to use the, excuse me, the ENET? That's probably what I want. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll just open up Emacs and I will copy the server code. I'm not sure why it's saying I need to recover the file. Probably don't want to recover the file. I thought I deleted this. Okay, no, I deleted it. I deleted it from the boot. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab all of the code and I'm going to say I'm using ENET. Ah, man, OBS keeps crashing for some reason. I don't know why. But I guess it didn't crash there. I'm using ENET. I want to send pre-signed URLs when a user connects. However, I don't want to wait. I don't want the user to wait before they connect. So the server should send a connection response, and then I need some way to get the maps to the user, to the client. What is an S3 worker thread? So we have send map URLs. Okay, so added a new worker thread, a worker loop. While is running task S3, so it has a S3 mutex. What? So it's locking a mutex. I don't know what the S3 condition dot wait is. That's confusing. Okay, new channel map URLs, a task queue. Okay. So there's a mutex, so this is all a condition variable. Never heard of a condition variable before. So I'm going to, let's see. So there is, Let's copy this. So there's 3 map URLs. So let me split this and open up the H file. Okay. So I have a player update. There is not a, maybe there, I'm not sure about the player in it. Okay, so I need the task queue. Oh, I remember what I was going to do. I was going to break out the server code, so that way I don't have to include AWS in HackMatrix code. Damn it! Is it still live? Oh, okay. Sorry for cussing. It made it seem like my stream ended. So I cussed. I apologize. If you plan to start taking donations, yeah, no, I don't need donations actually. I make a lot of money. I make 250K a year. I don't need donations. Now, if you would have said that like 6 months ago, it might have been the case, but I have a job that I love and I make a lot of money, so literally not a problem. Okay, I need to turn that one into 1, and then that's 2. Okay. I want to speed up the flop a bit. Oh, I made it slower. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's a little bit faster now. Okay, so whoops, I need a new, whoops. Okay, I have an S3 task. Now the stdq, I don't think it's, I think it's called deq. I don't know if C++ has a queue. I guess they do. What header file is it in though? Why is this being shown to me? Ah, yeah, see? Oh, never mind. I guess it is a queue. Man, OBS just keeps restarting today. Okay, so this is include QUEUE. And why the heck it was complaining about that, I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, so I have all of this. S3 related members. Okay, I need this. And then there is the SD thread. Okay, So far, so good. Okay. So I think what I want to do is I want to break out. Let me just go ahead and save that. So the server and the executable for the server, I believe, should just be broken out into. Just gonna be honest, this stream machine that I'm using right now is almost unusable. It literally freezes like every 20 seconds. I'm not sure why it's doing it today. Usually it doesn't do it this bad. It feels like literally every 5 seconds. Okay, so this is HackRPG server. So it's this one. Okay, so there's a make file. But I was in the process of getting the flags. HackMatrix, make file. Okay, so the flags, let's see where I can find those. And then there are includes. I won't need that. In fact, I think everything for the server is so basic that I just am probably going to put everything in, I don't know, a single folder maybe. Ooh, you know what? Maybe I should try using what is it called? CMake. Generate a CMake for this project. I have server.cpp and server.h and main.cpp. I'm using ENTT, no, I'm using ENet and AWS. It doesn't need to be multiplayer. Simplify it. Don't put the include in multiplayer. So this is CMake lists, I believe. So no make file. Let's just dx. CMake lists dot txt, I think is what it's called. What is it called? Yep, CMake lists dot txt. Okay. Cool. Find path enet, include deers, find library enet. As far as I'm aware, enet is installed locally. Yeah, it's literally just a header only implementation, I think. So goes frozen again. Yeah, thanks. I'm a college dropout too, so. Okay, so I think it's just the header file that I need. So I'll do a, whoops, I'll just kill Emacs. How about that? Emacs just disappears. Okay, so I open this GLM S3 enet exes. Okay, eShell. ls source. ls include. Okay, so I need to cpr glm to /HackRPG server. Oh, include glm. Okay, then I'll just move this into an include after I'm done. Same thing for enet, I believe. Okay. And then I think those are header only, so source, again, list the source. I see no enet. I see no glm, so we are good. cd hack RPG server clear ls, make dir include. Frozen again. Waiting. Okay. Checking. Good. And OBS is super buggy today. But yeah, I'm in my 30s, 32. I was pretty good in college, and then I dropped out and started working for an IoT company. I lived in a van. I have a pretty long like work career, like a career. It was a very winding career. So I did IoT out of my van that I lived in for a while. Then I got into web development, PHP on a Linux system. It's a LAMP stack. So PHP, I think maybe MySQL and JavaScript, that type of stuff. Then I quit that web development job and became homeless in New York City. And when I was homeless in New York City, I built a search engine for YouTube, or on top of YouTube. And I tried to sell it to a YouTuber named Elliot Hulse, who didn't buy. And then I got in contact with a YouTuber named Jordan B. Peterson, and he did buy. So he paid me $3,000 for that. And then I moved in, I lived in a homeless shelter in New York City when I built that product. And then I moved into a robotics factory owned by Alexis Ohanian's cousin. Alexis Ohanian wedding. Let's pop this one open. So Alexis Ohanian married Serena Williams, and my mentor is this man. So he let me, this man right here, let me live in his robotics factory in New York City. So that's how I got out of homelessness. And so I lived there and did some cybernetics work, basically mechatronics. And then I quit that and traveled and worked on my search engine. Very poor at that time. Uh, and then uh, did some web development for Bear Corporation. Then I worked on an accounting startup, and pretty much every day I was coding, I think. Built a lot of personal software, and then I had a very rough patch this past few years, and I just got a recent job. So, but yeah, all software engineering stuff. But it's been good but difficult. Move enet to include. Move glm to include. Okay. Okay, so I will just, I think, my machine doesn't keep freezing, which seems like it will. Congrats, crazy story, made it through it. Yeah, thanks. But now I need to marry a woman who's into technology, so I can start a corporation with her. Yeah, it definitely builds character. I believe in reincarnation, and like I believe that every person before they incarnate onto Earth, we plan our lives with spiritual masters. Um, and so I think the character that I developed over time was sort of the plan, my life plan. I really think that I was supposed to be homeless for a little bit. It really helped like my compassion towards homeless people. Like there's this guy who lives, I guess, in my neighborhood. I don't know where he lives, to be honest. But like he's a homeless dude, and he like comes to my house frequently and asks me for money, and I'm just like, yeah, sure, I'll give you money. He probably uses it for drugs. Like I don't know. But when God gives me money, when God gave me this job, you know, He doesn't make demands for like what I do with it. Everyone has free will. So, you know, if this guy is going to ask for money and if he's going to use it for drugs, like I don't care. If that's what he wants to do, that's what he wants to do. So maybe making assumptions though. He might not be, but I don't know. It seems like he probably is. Okay. I'm assuming that the laugh is about the wife thing. Yeah, not a joke. Um, I've definitely been wanting to marry a woman who will build basically a robotics company. Is there's Reddit R for R, which is like the Reddit dating site. I was making posts like probably like 8 years ago, like, hey, like, are you into robotics? I want to build a robotics company with you. I mean, it's been a thing that I've wanted for a while. Except now I have money, and I think I'll be. I don't know if I can keep streaming like this. I mean, I literally like every minute, this thing is freezing. OBS is crashing. It's not great. Um, okay, so I want to. I think I'll just copy the HackMatrix source multiplayer server to source. HackMatrix include multiplayer server.h to include, and then HackMatrix source multiplayer boot server to source. Move sort. Jeez. I think the main thing that has given me success, despite being like a college dropout, is like I just sort of followed like what I was interested in. For me, like I really like Linux. I like using Linux. I had really wanted to become like one of the best software engineers. So I just put like a lot of effort into that, and just I don't know. Um, like I think some people when they do software engineering, they like try to find what's cool or what's hot, you know. Like, oh, are people using Java or are people using Rust now, code in Rust, you know. Um, but for me, I like legacy things, and I just like diving into things of interest. And so I never tried to get into like big data or, you know, the coolest web architecture or whatever. Like, I mean, it's cool. Like, I like that people can get into that stuff, but like, I sort of just followed my own thing. Um, Robotics was actually pretty big for me. Embedded software engineering, so I did like a lot of low-level like Arduino programming or Raspberry Pi stuff. So that really like got me into like Linux, like low-level Linux stuff, which really helps for my current career. Okay. So it couldn't find the AWS SDK, which is fine. Yeah, thank you. Oh, this is the one that crashed, I think. Okay. So let's open up the CMake lists. Okay, so server. Not sure that's how that works. Enet include dears, Enet library. Okay, I'll just tell Claude this one needs to be number 2. So, okay, both Enet and GLM are in include enet.h and include glm/star. CMake source dir include. Yeah, I think that's legit. I think this is a good one. Okay, so now I just need to install the C++ enet stuff. Or not enet, C++ AWS stuff. Okay, that's much easier. Okay, how do I install? How do I install AWS C++ on Arch? Yay. Okay, I think I'll use pcar. We can proceed. Hello. Okay, I think that installed correctly. Still broken. I think it's installed. ls user lib grep AWS. Lib AWS. Okay, yeah, so I have all of that. Okay, I installed it with pcar, but I still get errors with cmake ... Yeah, obviously it's finding the package. What? Okay. 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 Happy with this. Okay, so make should fail, I believe. So the first thing is that the server is now no longer multiplayer. It's just server.h. Okay. It doesn't make. Probably won't make. Main is including that. Oh, it doesn't have lenet? Interesting. Well, it's not supposed to have lenet. Enet's a header file only. Why is it trying to find enet? Do not link the library enet. Hey, the server builds because I haven't changed any significant implementation, maybe? Okay, so now I need to do bear, which I think I have. Sudo pacman syu bear. Yep. I need IDE compile commands JSON or whatever. I usually use bear, but what do I use with CMake, huh? CMake export compile. Oh, nice. See, that's really easy right there. So I don't even need bear. I guess I'll let this finish. Yeah, I know you think it doesn't exist, but in fact it does. Look at that. That's what the compile commands.json does. It gives the IDE access to, hey, this is how it compiles, so this is where the header files are and such. Hello, Clean. How are you? Oh, someone told me not to use top chat the other day. Use live chat. Okay, so it's very simple for the server. While true, sleep 5. I probably like some type of thread wait, but the thread's detached, so here it goes freezing again. But OBS is still good. Okay, shell. Okay, I think everything here is good to go. I think I actually made one. Yeah, there it is. Yep. Okay. Okay, so let's see. So it has a server with a bucket and a region. I think I'm okay with changing that. So this will be in the .h file. Okay. So like so, and then server.cpp. Oops. And just verify that OBS is still good to go. Okay. Server, boom. Okay. Shit. Sorry about that for the cuss. Sometimes I just like do something and Emacs disappears. It's fine though. See what the Discord. Oh, geez. I did not mean to do that. Okay. Hello. Oh my God. I was just watching your stream. Your project's really interesting. Thanks. I think awesome. I'm a designer. Everyone in design. Awesome. Frozen once again. Okay, I think this should be good. Let's make an Emacs. So this should be 1, and now this should be 2, and then 3 is good. 1, 2, 3. Okay, what was I in the process of doing? Changing the init here. Redefinition of default, yeah. Okay. Pull request. You can ask Claude AI how to make one. I think OBS may have frozen. Nope. How to make one. Okay. So let's see how this thing. So it's just wanting me to do that, and then so I'll add this to the initialization list. I think that's good to go. Although did I add a bucket here? Bucket name. Okay, cool. And then I need to just initialize S3. So there's a lot there. Okay. I wonder why. I think the AWS SDK has changed. This is probably v2. I think the max retries, you can't just put it into the config anymore like that. Excuse me. Max connections. I probably need some type of config loader. It's probably v2. I'm actually surprised that I can just manually set the region like that. Okay, let's see. So the worker loop has not even been added to the header file yet. So let's go ahead and do that. Huh, strange. They didn't even add it to the header file. Oh, yeah, they did. It's this. Cool. So now I can uncomment this. Although that will not link properly. I'm not exactly sure how to test this after I write it all, besides just like throwing it onto my EC2 server and starting it up. Send map URLs. Okay, so I need that function as well. Okay. Cool. Da-da. Oh, hi. Sorry I haven't talked to you guys. So Wolf Ranger says we've got some teamwork over here. Yeah. SoyDev AI. This AI is that. Yeah. I mean, I've been in the game for over a decade. So I mean, you can call me a soy dev. I do hacker shit as a college dropout. So have you gotten the server Docker image yet? No, no. But I do have a separate server. It's actually fairly. It's way easier. It's going to be way easier to compile than than the actual HackMatrix. So working. Yeah, I'm working on the distribution of the game assets. So basically, what's going to happen is we have these S3 sort of connections. It's going to reach out to S3, get a lot of URLs, and then send the URLs to the client if the client requests them. And then if it checks the files and the files don't exist, it'll download them using the URLs, basically. That's kind of the idea there. Quite a bit of money. Are you a software? Yeah, I'm a software engineer. Yeah, I started software engineering, like writing code when I was 18. So, it's never like too late to start. A lot of people say, "Oh yeah, you need to be 13 to, write the code and do it well. I mean, I learned when I was 18. I mean, it took me like my 20s to get good, but um, Wolf Ranger says, didn't have to tell based on the PFP. Yeah, no, this is cool as fuck. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Dayton, De, Deona, Deonta Williams says, sup, I'm a new grad. I like to work on compiler. That's cool. What are your favorite fundamentals to be a good engineer? My favorite fundamentals to be a good engineer are Linux competency and algorithms and data structures. So pretty much what everyone tells you, except like I think it's good to be a good project person too. So those are like the skills, but um, I think it's like good to like say I'm going to do this project and then push through it and do it, and then have like a sort of demonstration of it to your friends or coworkers or whatever, and then say, okay, I'm going to do this project. For me, project stuff like really helped. And then also finding like mentors, like going to, so I found a founder who started an IoT company early in my career, and he got me set up with my first web development job. So Christmas Wreath says, kind of learning HTML right now. That's cool. I can do Linux as of now, just not that good. Yeah, it takes a long time to get good, but just like using Linux is like what I mean by Linux competency. Just like use it as your daily driver. In 10 years, you'll be great at it. And yeah. Oh, that's cool. I guess your family, um, showed you how to use Linux. Yep, no problem. Daynota. Um, okay. It has frozen again. Pressing keys and it's not even moving. There it goes. Okay. There must be like some type of race condition or something. It's causing it to lock up like this. I don't have any locks in my system though, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Okay, I do need to implement this in map URLs function, so I'll just grab that. The idea that soy devs are doing AI is kind of hilarious. I think most soy devs are probably doing like React.js. That's what you would call a soy dev. Okay, so apparently so there's a request. Not sure why it's. Oh, someone's in the chat. Blazinkin, what's up? You're probably in the stream, so you're probably getting double my voice. I literally just have this chat open, so like if people want to talk while I'm streaming and like have their voice heard on the stream, you can. That's kind of the point of this. Just don't say anything offensive, please. Christmas Wreath says, nope, we never had family computers or anything. Kind of surprised I ever found on this hole since my parents barely use computers for reasons other than work, and my mom's a control freak, especially with things around network or my hardware. Interesting. Well, I think me personally, I believe in like destiny, fate. So I think like if people are meant to be in computers, like if you sort of plan that with, I guess what people call God, prior to your incarnation in this life, then you probably are going to somehow get introduced to computers. So it's like my personal life philosophy there. I think there's like a decent amount of evidence to back that up. There are a lot of near-death experience reports where people say, "Oh, I died." Doctors say, "My heart stopped." I literally immediately felt no pain. I started floating above my body, and then I went to heaven and I met all of my past families. I met my spirit guide. I figured out why I'm here on this earth. And oh, guess what? Someone told me that I'm going to have a daughter in 5 months. And guess what? I did have a daughter in 5 months. And when I came back to my body after this near death experience, this isn't me, by the way. I'm just telling a story that's like generally talked about when people talk about near-death experiences. They're like, oh yeah, and then when I came back to my body, I was gifted these spiritual powers, and I could literally hear people's thoughts for like several months after I died. And there's like hundreds of these stories. Um, so, oh, it is V2. Look at that. What? Oh, an incomplete type. Okay. So I will tell Claude that there are some errors. So incomplete type, the packet, uh, static cast, excuse me, and then map URLs for that channel. Okay. Map URLs equal to 2. What's up, Christmas? What's up, Christmas wreath? Best way to iterate to vector. I'm not sure what that means. What's my favorite language between Python, C, and Java? Python and C, starting to use more Java. It's like C. Yeah. Um, let's see. I like C++. I like Go. I like Python. Um, but between those three, Python, C, and Java, I mean, so like people say like programming languages are tools, like you choose a language specifically for, the thing that you do. Um, I use Python most frequently out of those three. Technically, this is kind of like what I'm working in now is kind of C, but it's C++, so it's like C-ish. Um, but yeah, I'd say Python out of those three if we're being like super restrictive. Java's good. I mean, I like Java. I wrote the search engine that I sold to Jordan B. Peterson in Java. First closure though. But yeah, I think I prefer Python over all of them. And then Blazinkin says for loop. Uh, oh, an iterator? Yeah, you just use a for loop over an iterator. You just you call iterator.next, and that's how you do that. People keep entering and exiting the chat. Literally, the chat is just for talking on stream if you want to talk on stream. Um, okay, so map URL should be fine, but I just need to tell it that this needs a type. Oh my God. Did it just argue back at me? I've never seen that before. That's hilarious. I need to list errors. Then I need to come down here and I think I can just YY. Variable has incomplete type. Wait, really? Okay, I guess I just have to do a difference between, maybe I'm the numbnuts. S3 client, okay. I guess I just didn't have these types set up. Oh shit, I did not mean to do that. Just grab these. Okay. Static cast to enet. Terry the goat, yeah. As much as computer jobs would probably be a good fit for me, I'd rather start my own cafe or do something graphics. Yeah, that sounds cool. Dark mode and long strings of text, and yeah. Uh, Christmas wreath, computers turned me into a robot, I swear. I literally felt my brain processes like turning into like this algorithmic, like robotic, like sort of mode when I started learning programming at the age of 18. It was really weird. It kind of freaked me out, actually. um, but yeah, you could do both, as Ricardo says. This thing is frozen. Okay, we're back. Yeah, you can do both, but yeah, I would actually personally like to run a cafe as well. Um, I purchased like a ton of coffee books because I wanted to like open a cafe. I even had like a place in St. Louis picked out that I wanted to open, but I wanted to be a cybernetic cafe. So I wanted to have robots. I wanted people to like be inspired to work on tech stuff, like work remotely in the cafe. Um, let's see. The cafe would have, so Render Blender says, what desktop environment do I use? This is HackMatrix. It's the entire point of the channel at the moment, and I built it myself in C++. Ricardo Salzman says, currently contemplating my life after graduating college, want to be a ski bum and do side projects, but that is definitely not sustainable. Yeah. You could do what I do, which is like work for a year and then take a year off. I've done that. I traveled around the U.S. I went sailing around New York and Connecticut for a month and a half without even know how to sail. I bought a boat, put my dog and me on it, and we just set off. And I learned on the go. Um, some dude built Temple OS from scratch. Yeah, he was schizophrenic. Um, died by getting hit by a train. Yeah. Do your thoughts have PIDs? Yeah. Oh, like process IDs? I thought you were talking about, yeah, I guess that would be a process ID. What was it? It's not PWM. What is its position integration and PID actually stands for a type of controller too, PID controller. So when you talk about the brain, I was thinking more of the cybernetics acronym PID, which is the proportional, integrative, and derivative controller, which basically stabilizes the brain, which is interesting because we were talking about schizophrenia, and schizophrenia is like a destabilization of the brain towards like making hyperconnections. So it's let's see, what would that it doesn't have a in the PID sense, it doesn't have a derivative term. It's like overshooting, the brain is in schizophrenia. They have graphs. It looks like this, where it overshoots.